the powers that be, the PTB, the industry, whatever you want to call them, once they're done with Diddy, right? And this is going to be going on for some time, but once
Beyonce and Jay-Z are presenting a united front in the media, but whispers on the street hint at a private battle behind closed doors, possibly leading to divorce. Allegedly, both camps are leaking information. Beyonce's team claims she's initiating the split, while Jay-Z's asserts he's had enough regardless of who's pulling the plug. Divorce seems imminent, according to rumors. Observers
Salute, guys, and welcome. Welcome to the Nosy Ninja Network, where all we do is learn how not to be a fool from some well-paid fools. Now, guys, we got a good one. No crying. No crying in here today, guys. We got a good one, guys. But I need you guys to, this is why I tell you, learn from them. Study these celebrities, because you don't need to attach your feelings and stop attaching your emotions to these people, bro. You know what I mean? You got to learn that, you know what I mean? These celebrities, they work for the devil, guys. No cap. They all working for the same evil, guys. And you attaching yourself to them don't make no sense. Think about it, guys, right? Especially for my guys that get a chance to date and mess with hot chicks, deal with hot chicks on the regular though, guys. And I'm talking about hot chicks, not just these average chicks that you settle for because they giving you some cutty. No, I'm talking about my guys that deal with hot chicks. You know that even when you deal with a hot chick for a long time, guys, what happened, right? You lose interest, right? You lose interest. So, guys, I say that to say this is bound to happen, guys. These guys been together so long, and it's a relationship cap. When I say a relationship cap, I mean when people are put together to form an image and to change a lifestyle and push an agenda, that's a relationship cap. I tell you, Cardi B and Offset, it's all relationship caps. You got to remember, guys, it was a point in time where Jay-Z wasn't hot. Jay-Z was done. You know what I mean? Keep in mind, though, guys, Jay-Z made Beyonce. The Beyonce we know today, Jay-Z gave her that confidence. And Beyonce gave Jay-Z that youth and that, you know what I mean, with his old ass. She kept him relevant. So it's kind of one hand wash the other. One hand wash the other, guys. But we're going to get into it today and see where did it go wrong? What happened to Jay-Z and Beyonce? What happened to one hand wash the other? And if you ask me, in my opinion, before I get into the content, this relationship been a cat, but it been a cat since a while back, guys. Since a while back. Since this, guys. Y'all know who Becky with the good hair is, right, guys? Allegedly, guys. Y'all know who Becky with the good hair is? That's who Becky with the good hair is, guys. She was never dissing any other artist or anybody in the industry other than this woman right here, guys. Rachel Roy, guys. Rachel Roy, guys. And this is why I said what I said in the beginning. Y'all be looking at her like Rachel Roy don't look better than Beyonce. Why would you cheat on Beyonce? When you dealing with hot women, no matter how hot they are, as a man, you get tired, you get bored. Soon as something new come by and they say hi to you, you think you got your old thing back. Now you gonna come on. We keep it real over here, guys. Hit that like button. But this is where this relationship went left at, guys. This is where the Lemonade song came, and you know what I mean. From this point on, this was a done deal. They just did a very good job of masking it in the public eye to keep that perception. Because remember, the relationship cap from the beginning was to keep that narrative. Remember, Jay-Z represents that black man that change clothes and move. You know what I mean? They know that he got a lot of influence over the black community. So if anything, Jay-Z was always gonna be that drug dealer turned nerd. And everybody that follows Jay, you go from drug dealing and putting the guns down to being a businessman, being about your business, standing on your business. That's what Jay-Z represented. And we know Beyonce, she always represented that wholesome, you know what I mean, girl, that submissive wife that do whatever, you know what I mean, she is told. That's what she represented. So that's what this group put forth. You know what I mean? But now keep an eye on the screen, guys. Ain't it funny, guys? And a lot of y'all don't really understand why it's no more Rockefeller. Rockefeller, y'all. A lot of y'all don't understand why it's not no more Rockefeller, but it's funny how these guys keep bumping heads when it comes to these girls, right? Because allegedly Jay-Z wanted Aaliyah. That was Dame Dash girl. You know what I mean? Whole time Jay-Z be having his own girl, right? So shit get tiring too. And when you're dealing with women, guys, when you're dealing with submissive women, women that you pretty much got a program, like a Beyonce, she get tired. And at some point, she gonna be like, man, fuck this nigga, I'm out. But guys, let's go on and get into the video today. You know what I mean? But that was just a little history to bring us in. You know what I mean? We probably gonna dig into more of that while we go over the videos. All right, y'all. Hit that like button. Let's get it.
Note a lack of love, especially from Beyonce's side. The spark in her eyes seems dimmed, fueling speculation further. Many see them more as friends or even siblings than romantic partners.
What I've heard about them as a couple is that they've been living separate lives for a very long time. So they together, but they living separate. And part of the reason why they're already living separate lives, and we may actually see one of the biggest divorces.
In just 2 weeks, I lost 36 pounds. I have more energy, better mood. I feel attracted
in Hollywood is because Jay-Z is up next to be exposed. You know that once that comes out and Jay-Z is exposed for his nefarious past, you're going to see Beyonce divorce.
Jay-Z's Grammy speech only adds fuel to the separation rumors. It seems the expression on Beyonce's face said it all, and there were even reports circulating after the speech that she felt embarrassed and just wanted to leave. Indeed, videos from the award ceremony showed that the Carters left immediately after the speech.
And we know that these dudes in Hollywood, they think it's a flex to get up there and apologize, but disguise the apology as acceptance or something like that was a slick thing. And I also want you to notice something, guys, too, right? This is allegedly, guys. If you notice, for PR moves, you see dads in the public with their children right before the divorce, right before they go through something with the wife, you just start to see nothing but pictures with the dad and their kid. Remember Tom Brady and Giselle, right? Remember right before they went, we saw pictures of Brady with his kids. No Giselle, just Brady and his kids. It's a PR move. Like when you're in a business and you dealing with money, I mean, you got certain things they teach you that you got to do if you want to hold it together. Especially nowadays that social media is here. Like we not supposed to have our hands on this type shit right here. So allegedly, guys, allegedly.
Reportedly because Beyonce was uncomfortable.
I don't want to embarrass this young lady, but she has more Grammys than everyone and never won Album of the Year. So even by your own metrics, that doesn't work. Think about that. The most Grammys, never won Album of the Year. That doesn't work.
I hate to deliver this news, but recent reports suggest that this marriage has been in trouble for quite some time. There are claims that Jay-Z and Beyoncé have been living separately for a while now, and the rift likely occurred before 2014. Remember the incident after the 2014 Met Gala, where footage emerged of Beyoncé's sister Solange Knowles seemingly attacking Jay-Z in an elevator at an after-party. Rumors swirled that it was because he cheated on Beyoncé. At the time, the family released a statement acknowledging their roles in the matter, but behind the scenes, things were evidently not well. Beyoncé's cousins even mentioned she was close to filing for divorce. In 2016, Beyoncé released Lemonade, widely interpreted as a breakup album, yet...
And that's crazy, guys. And keep in mind, these guys, if y'all didn't know, was they used to break up and come back together. This wouldn't have been the first time that Beyonce left Jay-Z. In the very beginning stages, guys, when he wrote that song Lost Ones, you know what I mean, with Chrisette Michele, when he wrote that song, who you think he was talking about, guys? Remember, Jay-Z, he been wanting the babies with Beyonce for the longest, and Beyonce just gave in. She just gave in. Again, if you notice the pattern, the relationship cap always consists of a needy, desperate nigga, and for some weird reason, they stick him with the powerful female. They stick him with the powerful female. Now, we all see Jay as an alpha, right? We big alpha, great businessman, but behind the scenes, Jay, he making weak moves. I mean, he also connected to this freak off shit. And this is, I think that is what's breaking the Campbell's back. That shit. Because if his name is attached to that shit, the Carters got a lot to lose.
Yet she still gave Jay-Z occasional shout-outs, suggesting they had patched things up. Behind the scenes, despite the arrival of their twins, things were reportedly not as rosy as they seemed. Perhaps the children were seen as a way to mend their relationship, but as we all know, having babies to fix a broken marriage usually doesn't end well.
Dumb.
Jay-Z and Beyoncé have managed to maintain a facade for years, but it seems keeping up appearances will become increasingly challenging. Rumors suggest Jay-Z might be the next to face exposure, Diddy style. Insiders claim Diddy has begun cooperating with authorities and, based on reports,
There you go. There you go. There you go. How they used to say in NBA jams, boom shakalaka laka. There you go. There you go right there. Diddy always behind. He always behind. He just going to tear it down. I told you. Bad company causes bad morale. You know what I mean? Bad company causes bad morale. And no matter how long it take, what you do, gonna always come. It's gonna always come back. You're gonna always have to pay for it, yo. God serve it. God serve it.
Jay-Z could follow suit. While the two have been close in the past, with Diddy's alleged snitching, the dynamics have shifted. It's worth noting that Jay-Z is not young, meaning much of his past isn't documented on social media, allowing him to keep things under wraps thus far. However, secrets have a way of coming out, and it's speculated that Beyoncé, his wife, could be the first to shed light on their relationship, particularly after their divorce becomes public. Rumors about the timeline of their relationship persist, with suggestions that Jay-Z was involved with Beyoncé when she was much younger than previously acknowledged, possibly as young as Foxy Brown.
Yo, that was a young-ass picture of Beyonce, bro. That was a young-ass picture of Beyonce, yo. God damn, yo. I got to go back. That was some funny. That Photoshop? What the fuck? Well, I'll be damned. She got to know to have on a Rockaware coat. Man, yo. Man.
As Foxy Brown when he was with her. Allegations surfaced claiming that Jay-Z took Foxy's virginity when he was 27 while she was still in her teens. It said he financed her shopping sprees and beauty treatments during her high school years. Jay-Z has a reputation for paying to keep scandals under wraps, particularly concerning Beyoncé.
Allegedly a romantical thing. It's all right, I'll say alleged, but...
Look at young Foxy, bro. Look at young Foxy. She probably got the Hello Kitty drawers on right now, yo. She got the Hello Kitties on right now. Yo, nigga. These niggas is dirty, bro. All them niggas going to hell. Hold on, yo. They all going to hell, B. All of them.
I don't even care no more. All y'all going to hell. My wife is going to hell. My kids is going to hell. You are going to hell. Everybody, you going to hell. Stop playing. You going to hell. You going to hell too. You're going to be the lead musician in hell with the devil. You going to hell. Hell. Everybody, don't play no more. Hell. Say everybody.
We know. Yeah, she hit it before Beyonce. Allegedly.
Despite marrying Beyoncé, there are reports suggesting he continues to pay Foxy to keep their past relationship confidential. This might explain Foxy's vehement denial when questioned about their relationship by TMZ, dismissing the allegations as disgusting and baseless. There's one person Jay-Z hasn't managed to silence: Mayor Sidaway. For nearly a decade, Mayor has been trying to compel Jay-Z to take a paternity test to establish his parentage. Allegedly, Jay-Z has wielded his influence to prevent this test from happening. According to Ramirez, Mayor's mother, Wanda, she had a brief encounter with Jay-Z in 1992, resulting in Mayor's birth. Despite using protection, she found herself pregnant and was unable to contact Jay-Z. Paying her.
That shit crazy right there, yo. That shit is crazy. I don't know why these rich folks think they could just erase the history, like, just because they got money. Nigga, we saw that. We saw that. We got content now, sir. Oh, man.
Getting to 7 when she discovered the news in 2011. Despite Mayor's efforts and legal battles, Jay-Z has yet to undergo the requested paternity test, allegedly leveraging his wealth and power to avoid it. Wanda went as far as filing a civil lawsuit in New Jersey to seek child support from Jay-Z. However, the lawsuit was dismissed due to jurisdictional issues and was never refiled. At the time, Jay-Z's lawyer claimed Jay-Z wasn't interested in custody of Imir. Since then, Ramiro has been engaged in a prolonged battle to convince Jay-Z to undergo a paternity test, to no avail. According to Ryan, Jay-Z has been using his wealth and influence to evade the test.
Judges, these lawyers, this fraud, this collusion, who knows what it's for, money or friendships or whatever they got going on. But I can honestly say that we should never go in the courtroom feeling like we're already the and we did nothing wrong.
Alleging legal errors and malpractice led to an unfair hearing. Ryan even accused his own lawyers of colluding with Jay-Z's legal team to avoid the test. Why would Jay-Z conceal a child from so long ago? He wasn't even widely known at that time, with his first album yet to be released. So, what reputation was he safeguarding? And how would fathering a child back then tarnish it? Well, it's possible Jay-Z denies the allegations because reportedly, when he purportedly had relations with Wanda, he was 22 and she was 6 years younger. Simple math reveals why he might refuse a DNA test. Wanda's age at the time of her encounter with Jay-Z raised eyebrows, as noted by one godmother who received a call from Jay-Z's in-house lawyer, initially offering assistance and hoping to settle the matter privately. They even discussed Jay-Z's musical talent and potential record label deals, but were deterred as Jay-Z needed to complete high school first. Suddenly, different lawyers intervened, indicating a shift in attitude. It suggested they realized the potential legal implications, especially if Wanda was indeed underage. Even before these cases became public, there were behind-the-scenes interviews for about a year, with the details revealed in Cassius's case being just the tip of the iceberg. Notably, Jay-Z and Beyoncé were mentioned in the original document, though their context was later edited out of the lawsuit. It's conceivable that interviews and legal cases are already underway, and if rumors are to be believed, Beyoncé won't be standing by Jay-Z's side when the hammer falls. So, is the divorce between Beyoncé and Jay-Z inevitable? Is Jay-Z simply biding his time until the first official case is brought against him? Share your thoughts in the comments section below.
Damn, yo. That's crazy, yo. And Beyonce, you a dirty bitch. You a dirty bitch if you try to dip out there on him. That man created you. He created that empire that y'all both sitting on right now. You know what I mean? He created you. Yes, you gave into him too, but y'all did that together. Don't you leave that man. Oh man. Let's get into the main event though, guys, so that we can get on out of here, man. Cause you know, that was my guy. That was my guy. You know, the girls, we need to go tap in with the girls. We need to see what the ladies are saying, because the ladies be having the juice. The ladies be having the tea. How they say it? The tea? So let's get some more of this tea real quick, man. Unbelievable. Allegedly.
I don't get Kelly rolling because I say this about, then it's gonna be a problem. Then I'm putting out receipts. The receipts I just told you about, then I'll put those out.
Child, it looks like the end of Beyonce and Jay-Z's marriage is closer than we thought, because word on the street is they've been separated for a hot minute. And that Grammy speech that Jay gave about Beyonce not winning Album of the Year was just his way of trying to win her back. Not only that, but there have been a series of rumors of Jay-Z being involved in Diddy's shady businesses and abandoning his other children to rot in poverty. And as far as Beyonce, she's already trying to detach herself from him before the truth comes out because she doesn't want her career going down the drain right along with him when it does. She's already cutting ties with him.
After the powers that be, the PTB, the industry, whatever you want to call them, once they're done with Diddy, right? And this is going to be going on for some time, but once, I guess you can say the public humiliation, basically after the major documentaries come out, right? After they are done with Diddy, Jay-Z is up next to be exposed, right?
Okay, so in case y'all somehow missed out on all the tea that's been getting spilled over the last few days, Jay-Z has been trending for some weeks now after people started digging some major connections between him and Diddy. Apparently, Beyonce was never aware of his shading dealings with Diddy, and now she wants nothing to do with him. These rumors started a few months.
That's a goddamn lie. The insecurities Beyonce got and going on in her mind, she asking questions. She look like she a asking questions type chick. That's a lie. She know every time he move.
Months ago when Jason Lee boldly blackmailed Beyonce on camera on his show. He threatened to spill some major tea about her personal life unless she convinced Kelly Rowland to have a sit-down interview with him. And at the time, a lot of people didn't know what he was talking about, but now people believe it had something to do with Beyonce secretly separating from Jay.
I'm going to tell them while Johnny puts a beep over this part of the show, so you'll never know what it is, but I want you to see their reactions, and I'm going to do it right now. Ooh, and that's where I go back to, like, we're friends in the game.
And now when y'all ask her where y'all be getting these, where y'all get the tea from, it be snakes like this guy right here. This guy right here is a weasel, but he's inside the industry. He gets the invites to these parties and he work his magic. And shit that they be squilling be true. Shit that they be saying be dead ass spot on.
Support each other. We help each other out. Can you imagine had I put that on Hollywood Live? Oh, there's one more thing. Beat this, Johnny.
Look at their
So that in
reaction
itself,
though.
I think Beyonce.
You see their
coulda gave me
reaction?
you know what I mean? Like there should be a little love there. Now,
Maybe she doesn't know.
Beyonce doesn't know.
Yeah, I don't think Beyonce. And they're not going to share that with
Yvette
her.
knows. I
Her
got the
people
receipts. I
know.
still
Her
have the
people know.
receipts. Yvette know I got the receipts. I got them. Now, if I get that message to Beyonce,
Yes,
I
she
can
needs
get
to
it
know.
to be. I'm connected. I could get the message to Beyonce.
She needs to know.
And I think people like her publicist, who I love, and I'm just being critical. That's just what I do. You know that, Yvette. We're trying to book Kelly Rowland right now. Now, if I don't get Kelly Rowland because I say this about, then it's gonna be a problem. Then I'm putting out receipts. The receipts I just told you about, then I'll put those out.
And guys, he never got Kelly Rowland. And you see what's out. You see what's out right now. This is breaking news.
Whew.
The fires that will come over there.
I ain't worried. I ain't going nowhere. I'm telling you right now, I'm not playing this industry game.
Now, if y'all remember, these were all allegations about Jay keeping Beyonce hooked on nose candy and other substances so he could manipulate and control her. This was revealed by Beyonce's ex-bodyguard, Uncle Ron, who claimed that he personally saw Jay feed Beyonce with those substances to keep her under control.
Yeah, Beyonce's on. She's been on them for a long time. And you keep her that way.
In fact, there was a viral video of Beyonce looking real zoned out at a basketball game. She could hardly keep her eyes open, and she kept slowly swinging her head side to side just so she could try to stay awake. However, it's just one man saying all this, so we really don't know if he's just trying to clout chase or if he actually saw it. And baby, as if that ain't bad enough, there's also rumors about Jay luring Beyonce into a relationship with him when she was just 18 and he was pushing 30. party. Now, mind you, Beyonce never really had much of a social life growing up. She was tied into her career right from when she was a teenager and only had one boyfriend when she was in high school. People believe that this is why Beyonce stayed with Jay after he cheated on her. He is the only man she's ever known since she
Nah, and she owed that to him because she know he created that whole image of Beyonce down to her first hit. Yeah, y'all hear that shit? Yeah, that's all Jay-Z right there. That whole album right there. Her first single. Go back to it. Go back to Beyonce's first single as an individual star. That was all Jay-Z work. He put his time into that. He built that, guys. So let's give that man his credit. He molded that. She ain't have no confidence. Beyonce wasn't to this day, Beyonce not one of those self-motivating chicks. She one of them chicks, you got to gas her into her knowing her ability. She don't just wake up and just know her ability. Like now, maybe now that she's older and you know what I mean? But you know what I mean?
was 18. Her entire career is centered around him, and she's built a family with that man. She really doesn't know what it's like to be a woman on her own without him in the picture.
Same. Like how? I feel like she never got to experience life with the different types of people. And the fact that he was so old, low key, I feel like the only way she expresses herself is.
Do we know who's getting AI right?
Well,
What happened here? AI.
with HPE Green.
Man, it's crazy. Now they're gonna spin this story like if remember I told y'all just a week ago they were saying he was drugging her and manipulating her, but when he gave that speech, everybody was talking about how they needed a Jay-Z in their life. So again, don't go attaching your emotions to these people in their life.
First, there's certain
through her music.
But see, Beyonce isn't the only one that Jay-Z got into a relationship with while she was barely an adult. Because there have also been rumors about him dating Foxy Brown when she was just 15 years old, and he was already a grown man. He allegedly promised her a very successful career in Hollywood, but he ditched her the moment he was done with her and paid a touch of money to shut up about it.
Allegedly a romantical thing. It's all right. I'll say alleged, but we know. Yeah, she hit it before Beyonce. Allegedly.
This was later confirmed by Jay's longtime friend and ex-business partner Dame Dash during an interview with Nick Cannon.
At what age was Foxy Brown signed?
I wasn't paying attention to Foxy Brown.
But that's
I didn't sign Foxy Brown.
I know
Stop
you
putting
didn't.
me
I'm
in
just
that.
asking a
You keep asking
question.
because I'm on the block. I'm responsible for everybody. I don't know
You the
nothing about
boss.
that. Yo, don't beat around the bush. Say what you want.
I'm
to say.
just
What do you
asking.
mean by that question?
I was just asking.
What are you insinuating?
I'm
when
not
you ask me about
insinuating. I just
Foxy
asked the
Brown?
question.
Promise you,
I thought Foxy was like 16. That's all I'm saying.
It sounds like you,
all I'm
it
saying
sounds
is
like
in
you
this
got
industry,
some-
when we live
it
in these
seems
glass
like you got.
houses,
It seems like you got a question for Jay. Ask him. Y'all keep asking me questions y'all want to ask him because he ain't here. Ask him. I ain't got shit to do with that, and I don't even know nothing about that. You playing?
You my man.
I know not with me. But you playing. When you say that Foxy was 16 when she got signed, why did you say that just now?
when I first was introduced to who Foxy was, I thought there was something between Foxy and Jay.
Oh, yeah, Jay. But that's the question you're trying to ask me.
Do y'all realize how similar this is to what Diddy did to Cassie? He started dating her when she was just 19 and promised her a career in Hollywood, only for him to put her through hell. Oh, and let's not forget how Jay was still actively associating himself with R. Kelly around the time that R. Kelly got exposed. He even made a joint album with him called Best of Both Worlds and performed with him multiple times, knowing good and well what Kelly was doing to those little girls. And baby, according to what the street's saying, Beyonce and Jay-Z have been separated for a little minute, but they're yet to publicize. It's kind of similar to what Jada Smith recently revealed about what she and Will have been going through, living separate lives since 2016.
Exactly. See, but Beyonce got coochie discipline. You know what I mean? Jada Pinkett ain't got coochie discipline, so she let niggas with loose lips hit. She let niggas with loose lips hit.
Maybe this is the tea that Jason Lee had on Beyonce. And now blogger Storm Monroe also hinted to something similar.
What I've heard about them as a couple is that they've been living separate lives for a very long time. So they together, but they living separate. And part of the reason why they're already living separate lives, and we may actually see one of the biggest divorces in Hollywood, is because Jay-Z is up next to be exposed. And Jay-Z is exposed for his nefarious past. You're going to see Beyonce divorce.
In fact, there were rumors that Beyonce didn't want to attend the Grammys at all this year, but Jay convinced her it would be a great idea so they don't raise any suspicions. This was also reportedly why she canceled her Tina Turner tribute altogether. She was only there to keep up an image. And if there really is any truth to these speculations, it explained why Beyonce looked so disconnected from the event the entire time she was there. Now, if y'all remember, Jay-Z also decided to put the Grammys on blast for snubbing Beyonce and not giving her the award for Album of the Year, even though she's more than qualified for it. A lot of people actually agreed with him and applauded him for speaking up for her. However, folks also couldn't help but notice how visibly uncomfortable and annoyed that Beyonce looked while he was doing this. Not only that, but instead of calling her by her name or even calling her his wife, he referred to her as this young lady, which was a major flag that something was very off with him.
I don't want to embarrass this young lady, but she has more Grammys than everyone and never won.
Bingo. Bingo. It's the wording. It's the wording.
Album of the Year. So even by your own metrics, that doesn't work. Think about that. The most Grammys, never won Album of the Year. That doesn't work.
And what's even crazier is that just a few days before the Grammys, Jay-Z was exposed by rapper MIA, who was previously signed to Roc Nation and managed by Jay-Z. She accused Jay of receiving a huge sum of money from her billionaire baby daddy, Benjamin Bronfman. She claims that Benjamin gave Jay the money so Jay wouldn't interfere in a court battle that she and Benjamin were going through at the time that she lost custody of her son. She said, "My first custody battle was 2013. My child was 4. I was managed by Jay-Z, who ultimately was paid by Bronfman's. The day I was served for my child, Roc Nation stopped all communications with me, and all my emails to Jay-Z asking for help was wiped away from my inbox. My house was broken into, and every laptop was taken. I was trapped in Brooklyn on order served that restricted me leaving Brooklyn for 15 years. Jaguar Wright also revealed a few months ago that Jay-Z is the actual kingpin of the industry, and that he's a lot worse than Diddy. According to Jaguar, the only reason that Jay ain't been caught yet is because he's a lot smarter than Diddy, and he does things a little more carefully.
Sean Carter is worse.
Uh-oh. Oh, man.
He's smarter. He's patient. He's not sloppy.
Mm-hmm.
He been lining up people he calls friends and stepping to the side while they get hit by the guillotine for 30 years. He's worse.
Jaguar also said she believes the lawsuit and the allegations that have been slapped against Diddy have the potential of exposing Jay-Z for who he really is.
I think the PPD trial has the potential to force Sean Combs to finally be honest about some things that he hasn't been honest about, which could create great leverage for knocking that big lip camel face back into the oblivion in the depths of hell where he came from.
So as y'all can see, folks have been getting really brave recently, and things are coming to an end for Jay-Z. A lot of people are also reported to be gearing up.
Were you recently injured in a car accident? Look at this check for $160,000.
Up to expose all the things that Jay-Z has done to him, and Beyonce does not plan to stick around for that. As if that wasn't bad enough, Jay came under heat a few years ago when his alleged estranged daughter, Letitia Macer, claimed that he had abandoned her and her mom for over 30 years. She created an account on every social media platform and exposed him for ditching them. She posted a video of herself talking about how Jay has been actively avoiding them for decades because because he didn't want to get exposed. She also went into details about a neurological disorder that their mom has been suffering for years. Letitia also put several side-by-side photos in the video, and you can see a striking resemblance between her and Jay. Oh, but if y'all think this is messy, then wait till you find out she ain't his only alleged secret child, because he allegedly has another son named Ramir, who also claimed that Jay abandoned his mother when she got pregnant. His mother, Wanda, passed away a few years ago after relentlessly trying to get in touch with Jay-Z. And allegedly, Jay is very much aware of Ramir's existence and has continued to refuse to do a DNA test with him. He's even tried to drag Jay-Z to court a few times in the hopes that he'll finally agree to do the DNA test. But Jay every single time uses his connections to get the case thrown out over and over again. Now, it's unclear when Beyonce plans to make it known that she and Jay-Z are going to get a divorce, but folks speculate she's just waiting for everything about Jay's connection with Diddy to come to light so she can issue a statement about how they've been separated for months. She don't want this to soil her image, so she gonna be real strategic about how she goes about this. Now, as usual, folks had a whole lot to say about this, and they did not hold back from dragging Jay-Z. Like this person, who said, it felt as if Jay-Z was giving his farewell speech and ranting before throwing him deuces. No matter your status, you can't run from the skeletons that are in your closet. It was very different seeing his daughter Blue Ivy on the stage accompanying Jay-Z, and she's dressed for the Grammys, versus this young lady, in his words, B, who's sitting in the audience dressed like she's going to a rodeo. Another person said, Beyonce knew what she was getting into when she met Jay-Z because she was underage too. Her parents sold her to him, and she was doing freak-offs with him, and he had her doing stuff with his other girlfriends. But now I want to know your thoughts.
So that brings true to that Emil comment that was said in the chat earlier. And y'all remember Emil, yo? She was the one-hit wonder of Rockefeller, y'all. Know what I mean? That's crazy, y'all. So y'all let me know what y'all think. Know what I mean? You know, let me know what y'all think about this topic in the comment section, guys. I ain't gonna hold y'all any longer. Y'all wrap up, strap up, drink responsibly, and do not play with your life, guys.